Mike Holmes. I was the reactivation officer for Battleship New Jersey. We were the only ship when we arrived off of Beirut. We did 27 knots from Cologne, Panama to Beirut. Non-stop, no escorts. It was just, we got our escorts once we got into the Mediterranean. The only time we slowed down was the change of command on the bow up to New Jersey. The entire crew in whites all the way up to the 011 level. Admiral Fogarty was relieved by Admiral Milligan on board, captains at the time, and it's the only time I ever used my officer's chin strap, because we reduced for an hour to 15 knots, and that's when we held the change of command with 15 knots, and then we right back to 27 to Beirut. But once we got to Beirut, they said, "Oh, there's a repair officer, a repair department on the battleship. We can release the tender," which was the Puget Sound. She can go back to Gaeta, and the battleship can take care of all of the needs of our small boys that are there as well. Well, we were only supposed to do a 3-month East Pack and a 3-month West Pack. Nobody loaded us out for an extended deployment. So then we had to start getting crafty. So we used the Israeli Defense Forces to help us with a lot of repair stuff coming in and out. And then the bombing occurred there were multiple bombings. We had the Israeli compound bombing when we were in Alexandria and got recalled to the gun line. Then the bombing happened. Chief Gorzinski was killed. We almost lost 8 other sailors from the New Jersey as well on that day. They were transiting back home. They'd been transferred. They missed the daily flight, which was the CH-53 from Beirut International to Larnaca, Cyprus, and they had just left the barracks and were taking a walk around some of the Marine positions when the bombing occurred, and or we would have lost 9 sailors from the New Jersey on that day. I got recalled and got sent in with 10 of volunteers from the ship to help orchestrate the digging out of the Marine barracks. I still go to the reunions with the Marines down at Camp Lejeune every year, because most of the Marines remember me from being there, from digging out the bodies, and it was a very difficult situation. I just helped one of our sailors that was in transit to us. He was on the EWO. He got sent into to help dig out. I just helped him through the VA, getting his PTSD resolved. But it was very difficult for us during that period of time, having lost Chief Gorzinski in the bombing. And then from then on, we weren't allowed to fire for the longest period of time. They used aircraft. There was a rumor through Congress that we couldn't be effective, that we couldn't really, if we fired, there would be a lot of collateral damage. It was not really backed by any facts. Then finally they did allow us to fire in December. It was only 8 rounds that first time. But then by February we fired 288 rounds at Syrian missile and gun emplacements that were on the backside of in the Bekaa Valley, in the backside of the Shuf. And we used armor-piercing rounds to crumble the mountain down onto those sites that were shooting at all of our F-14s and A-6, A-7s going through the Bekaa when they were mapping terrorist movements there. We fired 1 Tomahawk during my time, and that was off of California. We fired 1 Harpoon, which is off of the Philippines, and sank an old World War II US Navy LSD from the Philippine Navy.